Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Nick Tan Chats. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode, I'll be chatting with you guys about a book test from Luke Jermay. This is something that he calls Illumination. So hi again guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for showing up, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for spending some time with me today. So if you have been following my channel for some time, you will know that I perform as a stage mentalist, and one of the mentalists that I really admire, that I look up to, and who has really influenced my style of work as well, is Luke Jermay. I've been following his work for the longest time, and I've been really intrigued, about how his style of performance has evolved, because he's known for his really esoteric, kind of psychic flavored kind of performance, right? Because he's often seen performing with tarot cards and giving readings, right, and things like that. And now, I think if you follow him on social media as well, you will know that he's also currently performing a magic show. So it's really interesting. I do hope I get to watch the show one day as well. I know Luke, he's a great, clever guy, so I think he'll have many thoughts, and ideas about how to perform and present magic as well. So coupled with my love for the work of Luke Jermay and also book tests, I just had to pick this up. Okay, so this is not a review copy of any kind. This is something that I bought with my own money. I picked it up from Vanishing Ink. Okay, and today we'll be talking about it right now. So this is a book test, and again, if you've known of my channel for some time, you will know that I do love book tests. We always tell ourselves that this will be the last one, but something else comes up and we end up buying it as well. And this one is no exception. I had to pick this up. It's Luke Jermay and it's a book test. So the moment I saw it being advertised, I kind of clicked buy almost immediately. The book test sequence that I perform is not in my current show. I don't perform it as regularly, these days, but I do have a routine that I can perform, especially if I do have like a repeat client, and I would like to just, mix it up a little bit. So Illumination comes to you in this lovely looking box, right? Really large box, and along with the package itself, you will also be given access to a tutorial video which runs under an hour, 55 minutes or so. And on the tutorial video, you will get to watch a full uncut performance of Illumination, the full routine from start to finish, exactly as how Luke performs it in his show. He will then take you through the whole project, introduce to you the props that I used, and also guide you through the whole sequence as to how to perform with the books themselves. Along with the tutorial video, you'll also be given a PDF, all right, of the words that you will need to perform the closing sequence of this routine, which I will describe to you in just a short while. All right, but let's take a look at what's inside the box. Okay, so inside the box, you will get the 2 books. Okay, so this is a 2-book set. All right, the book test is performed with 2 books, and they are looking like this. Okay, so both of them, one is called The City of Blood. Okay, City of Blood by an author named Tom Francis, and also this one by Hannah Ford called The Legacy. Okay, so these are what the books look like. And first of all, the physical aspect, of the books, right? They look really good. Okay, as you can tell, they really look like a real legit book that you will pick up at any bookstore, right? And they are both the same size. Okay, both the same size, and they measure I believe like 9 by 6 inches, thereabouts. Okay, so exactly the same size, and the content inside, right, is formatted quite well. It looks really legit again. And an interesting point about it is that the font size, all right, that Luke has chosen is slightly larger, okay, than that you would find in a kind of a paperback book, right? Because I think that would aid greatly, for participants on stage, who join you on stage, and you really want to make sure that they can read the text, right? Especially if you perform for people of my age group, right, who start to require a little bit of reading glasses as well. So those are the books. I mean, they look really good and they feel really nice as well, really high quality books, and they are what will allow you to perform the full illumination routine. So speaking of the routine, if you are interested in this product at all, I strongly urge you to take a look at the full performance of this effect. Okay, and it is available, on the Vanishing Ink website. Okay, the link of which will be in the description box down below. Have a look at it. They will show you the full performance of the whole routine from start to finish, exactly as how Luke would perform it. But for the sake of completeness, okay, for this video, let me just briefly describe what happens in the course of this routine. Okay, so you're on stage, you have these two books, you would have two participants join you on stage. They can be sat in chairs, one on your left, one on your right, and then you hand each of them one of these books. Okay, so both of them are then instructed to crack the book open. They can first of all look at it, okay, look through the book, make sure it's a legit book, all right, and then open the book, stop at any page, and they are asked to read silently to themselves the first paragraph on the page that they have chosen. Okay, and to just kind of remember the scene that is happening at that point in the story. Okay, so once that's done, the books are closed and your mind reading sequence begins. Okay, so with the first participant, you will be able to kind of verbalize and describe a scene, that comes to your mind, or the feeling that you get, and they will verify that yes, that is the scene that they were, envisioning in their minds. For the second spectator, or the participant rather, this is where I think it gets interesting, okay, because what happens is you have this spectator close their eyes. Okay, they close their eyes and you now involve the whole audience. Okay, you will now have the whole audience do something, okay, which will create a sound. Okay, the sound that sets a particular scene. Okay, now I won't describe it to you here because I really want you to just experience this for yourselves, right? If you watch the video, you'll know exactly what I mean, right? The performance video. And what happens is when that sound is, going on in the audience, the participant on stage with their eyes closed will kind of react as well, verifying that yes, that sound really relates to the scene that they are just thinking of as well. Okay, and the second phase ends there, and you can dismiss both of your participants on stage. So as a last and final phase, what happens now is you elect one more person in the audience. You have them select any one of these books. The book is handed to them. They now open the book to any page. They stop at any page and they look at the page anywhere they like, and they're asked to think of an interesting word. Okay, so they can think of any word apparently, and from there you will go into a kind of drawing duplication, kind of a reveal. Okay, and what I mean by that is, in the performance video that is published, the person thought of the word newspaperman. Okay, newspaperman, and to reveal the word, Luke draws on one pad of paper a newspaper, and then on another page he draws a stick man. Okay, and then the reveal is, you ask for the word, they say newspaper man, and then you show them that you have drawn a newspaper and a stick man, newspaper man, and the routine ends there. And that's it, right? That is the full sequence for this book test, and I think it is truly, a performance piece. Okay, this is something that I think with the proper delivery, with the proper scripting as well, and if you, really give your reveals some thought, you can make this quite a strong piece to perform in your show. Okay, obviously, the second reveal is my favorite one because I've not seen anything like this before, and apparently I think Luke does mention this as well. This is not something he kind of invented, or created, but he kind of applied it to a reveal, in a book test, and I thought it was really brilliant because it adds a different dimension to the reveal. Okay, because instead of just writing something down, or verbally, giving a verbal reveal, this is actually an audio style reveal where the whole audience hears this particular scene, right, that fills up the whole performance space, and I thought that was a really interesting way of revealing information. So yes, it's a three-phase routine. The first one, you have a verbal reveal. The second phase, you've got kind of like an audio kind of a reveal, with everyone in the audience. And then for the last and final phase, you've got a kind of drawing duplication, which is kind of like a visual kind of a reveal as well. So three different kinds of reveals, within the span of this entire routine, which I think makes a really great routine to perform. So I think for those of you out there who are thinking of picking this up, right, I think when watching the performance, a couple of questions do come to your mind, right? How examinable is, the book, right? Or are the books, And I think they will, withstand a casual read, a casual examination as well. And you do see Luke, have them look through the books as well, right, in the performance. And I do believe, they won't like find anything. Okay, because you remember, you are on stage, you are kind of controlling the pacing of the routine and giving them instructions as well. So at the first part of the routine, I suppose, when you have them flip the book and they look through it, they don't really know what to look for, right? So it's not going to be an issue. And then you're immediately into the instruction about stopping the book at any page and then reading the first paragraph. Okay, but even then, just a casual read of a couple of pages, it's not going to be an issue, I think, especially in a kind of a stage environment. And this is a stage piece, as I see it. And then comes the question about, repeatability, and this is something that I've covered before in other videos, as to the kind of routines that I perform. Many of you guys out there, are concerned about, can you repeat this effect, right? And well, the answer for this routine is no. Okay, so this is kind of like a one-off thing. And I've never had to kind of like repeat a routine like immediately, in the course of a show, because, well, it just doesn't happen, right? So for me, it's not a concern, but I do understand, those who are out there, who wish to have routines that you can perform again immediately, right, if requested. But this is not that kind of a routine, okay, because the reveals are more or less, well, for the first two phases at least, all right, they're more or less, going to be fixed, okay? So that might seem like a con to you, but the positive of that is, since you know what the reveal is going to be, you can really rehearse it, and really script it, and make sure you're able to deliver it as effectively as possible at every show. The third and final phase, of course, I'm sure you guys will know kind of like the method as well, but I think what makes this approach interesting is the visual aspect of the reveal, all right? Because as I mentioned, right, newspaper man. So, Luke has got like, I think there are like 23 different words, which I won't mention them here, okay? But they are all kind of like able to be revealed using like two drawings, okay? Which I think makes for an interesting reveal as well, right? It's a nice visual way to end the reveal of a word, right? Especially at the climax of a book test routine. Okay, so that being said, to kind of have the best and smoothest way of performing this routine, obviously, you would have to commit those 23 words to memory, okay? But it's not that difficult as well to crib it, okay? If you so wish to, free up your mind about, thinking of such things. But yeah, that is it, that is the routine, Illumination. I think it is a solid book test routine, and I think it's really a performance piece, okay, that if you give it the time it deserves and you really work at the scripting and the delivery, you have quite a great piece to perform. Now, that being said, I probably won't have the opportunity to perform this often, okay, because I think it is more suited to a theater style kind of a setting, and the environments that I mainly perform at is the corporate dinner and dance environment. It's just so noisy, and everyone is just so distracted. So, I think you would need an audience that is really invested in you, in your show to begin with, and if you have that audience, I think this would be, a perfect piece to put in your show. So yeah, I do a couple of ticketed events, and if I do see an opportunity, I really do want to give this routine a go, especially the second phase, where you have the audio kind of a reveal, right, where you involve the whole audience. Alright, but that's all I have to say about Illumination. You know, I do hope I've answered as many questions as I think would come up. You know, if there's anything else that I have not covered, you know, and if you'd like me to talk about it, you know, please leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I will try to get to them as best as I can. If you'd like to pick up a copy of Illumination for yourselves, I will leave the link in the description box down below. But that's all for today's episode, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it as well. And as always, guys, you know, thanks for watching. Do stay safe, take care of yourselves, have fun with your magic and your mentalism, and I will see you on the next one.